In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, to whom we all have to turn back. Honourable listeners and respectable audience, you know that we have started a series of linguistics, and by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have started the next chapter, and it was about human and animal language. Previously, we talked about informative signals, communicative signals, arbitrariness, productivity, and displacement. Along with this, we talk about cultural transmission. Listeners and audience, today, the topic which I have brought for you, it is about another property of human language. We already talked about almost 5 properties of human language. Today, we are discussing the next property or the next quality of human language, and it is duality. Listeners and audience, in this lecture, I will talk about that what is duality, and then I will give you some examples. Connected to this, I will compare that either duality is present in the language of other creatures or only it is pertaining or specific or peculiar to human language. You know, previously we talked about that human beings, they have the ability to manipulate, organize, and reorganize their language. And other creatures, they do not have this type of capacity. Let's talk about duality. That what is duality? Human language is organized at 2 levels or at 2 layers simultaneously. This property is called duality. I'm repeating. Human language is organized at 2 levels or at 2 layers simultaneously. This property of human language, this characteristic of human language, it is known as duality. Human language is organized at 2 layers. What are the 2 layers? You know, there are 2 layers or 2 levels of human language. The first level of human language, it is the production of sounds. Human beings, they can produce different sounds simultaneously. Though the sounds which human beings produce, they do not have discrete meanings, or they do not have meanings when they are in discrete forms. But when they are combined, then they make words, then they produce meanings, and we make and derive meanings from those words. So the first layer of the language of human being, it is known as the production of sounds. Human being can produce different sounds. For example, human being can produce N. This is one sound. Human being can produce B. It is another sound. And human being can make another sound like I. This is the past layer, which is the production of sounds. If you take these sounds in isolation or in separation or in discrete form, these sounds, they do not have any meanings. We do not understand that what is the meanings of these sounds. This is called the past layer or the past level of a human being language. What is the next level? The next level of human being language is the combination of sounds. When these sounds they combine together, so many words are produced. Human beings are able to produce many words due to the combination of different sounds. Now, what is the importance of the first layer and the next layer? The importance of the first layer is that human beings are able to produce different sounds. And with the production of these sounds, human beings are able to combine these sounds to make words. And when human beings they make words, then they are able to take meanings, to derive meanings from those words which they are listening to, which they are hearing. So this is the peculiar and the specific and particular property of the language of human beings, that human beings they have duality and their language to produce sounds and to combine sounds to make words, while other creatures they do not have duality. Other creatures they are only able to make sounds, but they do not have the ability to make sounds and to separate them, or to make sounds in portions. Other creatures they do not have the capacity to combine sounds to make words. Let me share with you one interesting example. For example, take the example of a dog. If the dog say woof, now the dog does not have the capacity to separate this signal into units. Like for example, if the dog, if it had the ability, the capacity to combine or to separate this just one word woof in parts and portion, then we might understand the language or the different signals of a dog. But it cannot. Just suppose if the dog said woof, and we may take its meaning that it means that it is happy. But if it can separate this woof sound in portions and change it to O or W, if its mean oof, then we might take its meaning that its meaning is that it is hungry. And if it can change this same sound, this same word, into another portion like foo. So then we might take its meaning or understand that it's mean that it is bored. So now, take the example of human being. Human beings, they have this ability. Human beings can separate one sound, one word, and then organize the sounds and then combine them. As I presented one example, if I say neighbor, this is one word. Human being can make another word from this, and that is bin, or another sound from it, another unit from it. So nib and bin. So this special capacity is the economic property or economical property of the language of human being, that human beings, they have this capacity of duality, which is the ability to organize sounds, to organize language at two levels, at two layers, which is known as duality. So listeners and audience, I think that this topic is clear.